I'm back for part 2. I'm decided to stay in the living room so you'll hear music and people in the background. I'm excited. I'm happy. But back to what I was saying. Job Corps. That's what I was talking about. My first marriage and my first marriage was doomed to fail. I mean, we were Job Corps for a year and a half. Like I said, guys on one end, girls on the other. I actually went for computer repair, and so did my ex-husband Reed. He got certified, and I didn't. Right before we left, they were changing from being certified for life to have to get recertified every year. So, because I felt like I wasn't ready, I gave up my spot for somebody else that was more deserving. Job Corps was the best thing to ever happen to me. That's where I gained my self-confidence. Job Corps helped me to break out of my shell. I was a security cadet. I worked with the security guards. I would check staff in and out. Every Tuesday is input day. And there's a new group of people that come. And, like I said, Job Corps is from 16 to 26. If you do not have to have your high school diploma, nor do you have to have your GED. They will get you your high school diploma, your GED for you. Dayton Job Corps Center, I can't speak for all of them, but they're all pretty much the same, but they offer different trades. For example, mine had computer repair, carpentry, plastering, and woodworking outside. And then on the inside of the building, because it was two separate things, there was medical billing and coding, medical assistant, RN. There was culinary arts, which I actually got to dab in that a little bit, which was fun. Job Corps gave me the confidence I needed to do interviews and do a resume and get me kind of sort of out of my nervousness. Like Job Corps, I missed the Job Corps years of my life. I'm not gonna lie, I was probably at the healthiest I have ever been because I constantly kept busy. I was constantly, walking with security, checking the perimeter, walking the building, looking for safety hazards, and I was completely busy all the time. So, after the program ended and Reed and I applied for the University of Rio Grande, that was when things really started to change for me and him. And it wasn't for the good. I mean, we both graduated Job Corps. We got $1,200 a piece. I bought a computer and stuff for school. They had co-ed dorms, and I loved Job Corps. Job Corps, like I said, I can't. But when I went to college, it was a different atmosphere. I had to get used to not having, all the different stuff going on, and I had to deal with the freshman 15, which is actually a thing, and I try to keep myself busy. That's when I really started gaining my weight back. And I started sheltering myself. Of course, I couldn't make up my mind what I wanted to do. It was originally early childhood education, then it was business management, and then I dropped down to general education classes. And because math is my worst subject, I am not gonna sit here and deny it. Math is the worst subject for me. That's just it. I, unfortunately, after a semester and a half, flunked out. And in that time I was at school for, the semester and a half, so it would be a year and a half. I met so many amazing people, like Ruthie and Cindy and Debbie and just all kinds, and they were staff. And we have a cafe. And Wednesdays was always traveling tacos. So, that was my favorite day. I'm a fat kid. And I'm not afraid to admit it. Traveling tacos was my thing. And at that time, the 50 Shades of Grey series came out. And me and Ruthie would sit there and read the books. And we would talk about the characters as if they were sitting right here. I miss my Ruth. I miss her. That's my girl. She really helped, open my eyes to, well, you really need to sit back and you need to watch your husband. So I did. And I noticed things. And that's when I started getting a backbone. It wasn't much longer after we got flunked out of school that Rape and I divorced. It hurt. Because here I was trying to do everything in my power to make it and, provide for us. And he was doing the same. He was supposed to be doing the same thing. But, instead of me getting revenge and cheating and all that other stupid, vindictive stuff, we had a joint account. I stole his money and I got through my divorce making stuff out of duct tape. I made folders, I made wallets, I made duct tape roses, all kinds of stuff. You name it, I made it out of duct tape. Except for clothing. I didn't make clothing out of duct tape. And that was actually a relief for me. And then, God rest my dad's soul. We've always had a rough, rocky, whatever. And he had issues. And at times he would throw a fit like a 2-year-old. Because I was illiterate. I'm not gonna lie. And Dad kicked me out, and I moved back in with my mom and my stepdad. And I got back into church for a little bit, and my best friend Beth and her husband. Matter of fact, a quick backstory on how I met Justin and Beth. Justin was actually married to Mandy. Um, sorry. Jay was married to M that lived next door to us, and they got me in church. Well, they got married. They, got divorced. That was probably the best decision, they could make. And then I met Beth. And Jay had a brother who also begins with a J. And things started happening, and, I kind of fell for somebody that I was stupid of me to fall for. And we broke up, and we stopped having fun. And I had met a friend of his and his girlfriend at the time. Her and I hit it off really well, and that's how I met Tanya. And that's a whole, I'm getting to her, that whole island. But her and Jeremy started, talking and hooked up, and, it hurt, but, it is what it is. And then I got with my ex before Kenny, and I fell in love with his kids because I can't have kids. And, that goes back to my whole, I was the church person. I did everything that I was supposed to do.
This fucking table is disgusting.
And I was the church going person. I tried to make my marriage work. And Reed and I had 6 miscarriages. And then me and Jay had a miscarriage. And I thought, okay, maybe that's a sign, And then me and S got together. And he had 2 kids of his own. And they were older. And we clicked. It was, and things happened. And I'm not proud of how me and S ended things. But it made me stronger in a way. And I was single probably 2 years, 3 years, around there. And I met Kenny. And now it's time for mine and Kenny's story. In my last video, I had told you guys that, I met my husband. And just everything in 2016 happened. We got married, we got engaged, we started dating, we met. And here it is, this September it'll be 6 years later, and we're strong. As strong as can be. My husband suffers from mental illnesses, depression, bipolar, manic spells, you name it. So it's challenging. It's difficult. It's not easy. It's not walking in the park. I struggle still to this day.
I went outside. Look, I'm going right over here. House, okay. Now look.
Right after we got married, we had our own apartment in Brookville, and we were doing okay. He was working, and by the time I met Reed, I was completely out of control. I had given up on everything. I had let myself go. I didn't care. And then when I met Kenny, I brought myself up out of that slump that I was in. And when Kenny and I got married and we had our own apartment, you know, um, I couldn't work. I tried. Um, we got this house in Connorsville, and it was in the alleyway. And that's when everything kind of hit at once with Kenny. We had episode after episode. We had 12, six or seven, probably 8 suicide attempts. He was in and out of institutions. It was really a rough time. And I ate my feelings. And I mean, here it's been, a little over a year. Something like that. And,
You need to clip yours. No, you need to clip yours. Clip yours.
After we've moved from, place to place to place, he finally got his disability, and we had a couple of more suicide attempts. And it was 13 in total. I remember that. And it was mainly cry for, attention from his family. So when my first video, when I said I had in-laws from hell, I do. Now, I have him. Well, I don't have him, but, he's to the point where they choose to be a part of our lives. That's on them. He is working on, medication. He's with the right doctors now, and, things are doing really good for us. Ain't that right? I mean, we have our arguments. I'm a hoarder of certain things. That's just, all there is to it. I get it from my mama and my dad. My dad was horrible with just stupid stuff. But, that brings us to today. We live in Centerville. And by the way, here's my husband Kenny that I've been talking about. I am by far the easiest person to live with because, I have a mouth. Ain't that right? Sis, I have a mouth on me, don't I? And I don't know how to turn my filter off, do I?
What's in your way, though?
But I'm doing my YouTube channel. So I'm going to rewind a little bit to Tanya. At the time I met Tanya, she had 2 kids, Bella and London. And I got really close to both of the girls. I'd always have them, regardless of what she tells everybody. I took care of those kids. Tanya and I have we've had ups and downs, and when my dad died, she was the only one I had there in my court. She said, "Hey, Rachel, you need to pull yourself up. Get yourself out of this slump. It's not you. Get the frick up and do something with your life." And if it wasn't for Tanya, Kenny and I probably would have never actually took that step to get together, because I was shy when I met when I met Kenny. Daddy's in the bedroom with Mommy.
That's why I told her. I said they'd be opportunities.
But, things happen, We allowed her and her kids to live with me, and she... Yo-yo effect. And we've been friends for a really, really long time. Okay, we've been friends. I've been the most honest friend, and I get used. We have just recently, cut ties completely, which, is the best decision ever. There was an episode where she had the kids taken, because her and my husband have a lot of mental, similarities. And I was so proud of her. She did everything she needed to do to get the girls back. It wasn't to be vindictive. I was not doing it to hurt her. I saw something snap, and she got the help she needed. And she's lost her way since then. She's that sneaky friend that, will steal you out of house and home. You okay, Bob? That butthead will be live with me too, even on some things.
What? What?
Dad and I have talked about doing a YouTube channel called Keeping It Real. Talking about anything and everything, and if you don't like it, there's the door.
I'm not going to get out of here with why I'm a kid.
I wasn't talking about you, Jackie. But anyway, and I mean, so Tanya and I are no longer friends, and I'm not even going into detail without causing a whole...
What are you doing here, Rachel?
Segment alone on how just terrible of a person this woman is. I'm doing my channel.
You're weird.
You're weird. That's my niece. She's a pain in the ass. But we wouldn't have her any other way. So, a little bit more about me. I have a huge family. I have 5 brothers, 2 sisters. I have 2, 4, 5 nieces in my family. I have 2 nephews. I have 4. I have 5 great nieces. I have 2, 3, 4 great nephews, with one on the way. So, like, I have a huge family. My niece Ashley and I, we have been, like this growing up. Life happened. She gave me 3 beautiful kids, They're hers, but I'm just the aunt. Her daughter is a super soccer freak. Like, she's part of a traveling soccer team for young girls. Like, I'm so proud of my niece, Serenity Fox. She is the most awesome person ever. She's mean, but she's a kick-ass soccer player. She really is. And then I got her little brothers, Eddie and David, and baby David. You'll hear me talk about a lot, and I'll try to show pictures and stuff because, baby David, that's just, that was the last baby of the family, and I had him a lot, and that's just, yeah. So, like, baby David is this hellion 2-year-old. He was born August 1st of 2019. And, yeah, he's just been my number one sidekick since the day he was born. He's a little asshole. Like, I love kids and all, but he's an asshole. Baby David, he has this cute thing when you tell him no, he goes, no, no. It's like, little boy. But, I mean, like I said, yo-yo, different subjects, and I'm getting ready to go back to a more deeper subject, which is depression, in a minute. Y'all have any questions? I'm an open book just to ask. Back to me eating my feelings, which is part of my weight issue. I do suffer from depression, but like I said, I can manage it for the most part without medication. Depression sucks. Depression is not easy. Life is not easy. Life sucks so bad. And I'm 32 years old. Life sucks. Being an adult sucks. It really, really does. Like, when you're 18 and younger, you have it good. So, young people, don't wish you were older and don't wish you were away from mommy and daddy. Because life sucks. After you move out of mommy and daddy's, life happens. You gotta pay car payment, rent, house payment, gas, insurance, you gotta be an adult. Adulting sucks. But it can also be, full of joy, and it can be sad and depressed. Another whole, talking about depression and different things, Let's talk about COVID for a minute. COVID-19 is the dumbest thing ever. It's very serious. I am not saying it's not. But you can have a sinus infection and you get a COVID test that comes back positive. Like, it's getting a little out of control. I am not vaccinated, and that is my choice. Well, right now it's because I had to have an IV infusion because I had tested positive a couple months ago or whatever. But I'm fine. I'm good. No COVID. It was just a sinus infection. I just lost a cousin to COVID. He lost his battle with COVID. And, COVID sucks so bad. COVID blows. COVID's also dumb. And, I really do. I miss President Trump. I do not like Biden. I am not impressed with the job that Biden is doing. He is not making America better. He's destroying it. We're going to hell in a handbasket. And that vice president of ours is no better. She's just, a racist prick like everybody else. I am by no means necessarily racist. But I'm sorry. This whole bullshit with Black Lives Matter and now Asian Lives Matter, all lives matter. Whether you're black, white, Mexican, Phoenix, whatever. All lives matter. And that's what people need to realize is all lives matter. COVID really went out of control when Biden opened the borders back up. I applaud Donald Trump because he was one hell of a president. As soon as he heard about COVID, he did what he needed to do. He shut down the borders. He was for the people and not, for himself. Like the old early onset Alzheimer's and the vice president. And I'm sorry, she is the most disrespectful woman. When soldiers come home in caskets, you don't look at your watch or, look around. You bow your head and you give that soldier respect. He may not be here anymore, but he died protecting your ass. And it really eats at me because I have family in the military. My brother Kyle is in the reserves and my brother Nathan is in the Navy. So just seeing the disrespect for our men and women that come home, with flags over their caskets. It sickens me how disrespectful this woman is. I did not vote for them. I voted Trump. And when it comes back to voting in 3 years, I will be voting Donald Trump. I will not. We made history. Okay. We had our first black president, which was Obama. Okay. Woo. Okay. And now we're making history again with, Camellia, the first woman black vice president. Like, who cares? Women can do anything that men can do, if not better. But I would not want a woman running America. That's just too much. Like, I hate females. There's only a certain few that I can get along with.
You know what? Fuck you, Rachel.
You're the certain few I can get along with.
I'm not even fucking female. My dick's bigger than yours.
That may be, but there are just some females that I cannot get along with. God help us if, there is ever a woman president, and, that may sound, anti-feminist, whatever. All about power to a woman, but just not power to run the United States of America. Not. Like, no. Because I know how hormonal I am at 32. You could have walked around.
Bust your ass, okay? I'm gonna bust your ass.
Why?
Keep posting stuff like that. I'm gonna bust your ass.
Ew.
No. Did all the sap she's done?
Oh.
And John they're doing all of them.
I'm sorry.
Your little fingers up with that one.
Family is huge to me. Always has been, always will be. It's okay to cut toxic family members out. Like, I love my older brother David. That's my half brother. He's going to be my rock if something ever happens to my mom, or at least I hope, he is, and he's not, whatever. But everybody knows me that if you do drugs, I have no respect for you. Like, I don't want nothing to do with you. If I have to be in the same room with you, I will be. But in my opinion, drugs is retarded. Your life is not so bad that you gotta, resort to heroin or pain pills or crack or whatever. Come on now. You want to lose weight? You get up and exercise and you do the work to lose the weight. Don't take some drug to help you or make you lose weight. I'm sorry. I have family that are on drugs, and I have no respect for them. Plain and simple. I love my family, but the ones that do drugs that aren't prescribed and who abuse, I have no respect for it. Honey, aren't those mine? I have no respect for you. Plain and simple. If I catch you doing drugs in my presence, I will call you out, and I will throw you out of my vehicle or out of wherever I am and you're doing it. I have no respect for people that choose drugs. I'm sorry. That's just me. I'm different from everybody. I have a filter, but I don't use it. I have an opinion, and I'm going to state it. If you do drugs, you're fucking retarded. And let me rephrase that. If you do heroin and snort crack and stuff like that, you're an idiot. Plain and simple. Smoking a little weed is okay because it helps regenerate brain cells. It can help cure cancer. So I'm okay if you do weed, But, the hard stuff, you're an idiot. Plain and simple, you're a fucking idiot. As far as stupidity, I have nothing to do with stupidity. I cut off, Tanya because of stupidity. and a lot of other people because of stupidity. If you bring drama with you, stay the fuck away. Because I'm not all about it. I have better things to do than deal with stupid drama bullshit. He said, she said. Plain and simple. That's just me. I'm not gonna bash people and sit here and say, so-and-so is a horrible person because, so-and-so don't make time for so-and-so. I'm not that type of person. I'm not a mean girl. But I am opinionated. And because I have most of the people blocked, it technically would be okay. But I'm not going to stoop down to stupidity's level. Now, for example, person A, person B, and person C, person A has 3 kids, 3 ABCs, then B and C have 1 A. Well, A lost their ABC, and B and C lost their A because of stupidity. While person A, the person B to person A, both B's to person A, has their A and B. If that makes, I know it's complicated, but A has 2 different B's by 2 different people. So long story short, A has lost all A, B, and C to their B's. Yeah. And I have no sympathy for these people. And person A has no person A has no what?
I said your old man he had a nice butt.
I know. I'm like, what the fuck?
Hey, I'm allowed to compliment him.
I ain't saying nothing.
He's one of my dudes. I'm allowed to say that.
I know. Oh my God, you scared me. The demon.
That's like if
The demon scared me.
That's like if my butt looks good, I want him to say, "Hey, sis, your butt looks good." We got it here, see? See?
Oh, I'm gonna.
See, he even said I had a nice butt.
That's my sister.
That's what we do for each
Jane.
other.
This is my Bella. You'll see a lot of this.
Yes, you don't tell him he has a nice butt.
I do compliment my husband.
You don't tell. You just say, "Hey, babe, you got a nice butt." That's really good. Do you?
I do tell my husband he has a nice ass.
He does got a nice ass.
He does. It's flat, but it is nice.
It's flat.
It's hairy.
Well, I don't need to know all the details.
Ow! Little witch.
And they're wondering what we played together.
Well, it went from all seriousness to, jackass here.
You didn't hear that, did you?
But